We all know the story of our three Muppet-like friends. The yellow guy, who people call Manny, but he has the letter D on his clothes, so we'll call him Danny. The green bird, who people call Robin, and the red guy, who people call Harry. Legend has it that one day, at the last video ever made by DHMIS, also known as Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the number on the telephone booth had worked. People had called it, and the characters had answered, but had hung up before anyone could ask any personal questions. People think of it as a sign that somehow those Muppet-like characters had come to life. Unfortunately, the first victim of these rabid creatures found this fact out the hard way. It was a rainy day in London, England. In a small, quiet home just on the border lived a family of three: a little girl named Savannah and her two parents. Savannah was quiet, had few friends, and focused at school. She was in first grade at the age of 6. Her parents treated her well, only one problem: they were always working. So she had a babysitter named Jessica to look after her. Every day after school, once Savannah had completed her homework, Jessica turned on Sesame Street for her. She just loved those puppet characters. They were her idols. One night, Savannah had fallen asleep once during Sesame Street. Jessica was upstairs resting. Outside, the trio of the Muppet-like monstrosities walked the street. Robin had said to the both of them, "I hear Sesame Street on. We must cut the power wires to that house." He pointed a fuzzy green finger at Savannah's home. "Yes, we should stop them from watching that." The little yellow guy ran over to the house, opening the circuit box and cutting the power line. The instant collapse of power drew attention to Jessica, the babysitter. Thinking it was either a blackout or a storm, she headed downstairs and outside to check. The three monsters hid in the shadows of the house as Jessica came outside. Whispering among themselves, they discussed what to do. "Should we kill her?" suggested Harry. "No, we will allow her to live," said Robin. "For now." The next morning, Savannah was getting ready for school with the help of Jessica. As they headed out the door, Savannah noticed she had forgotten her lunch. The little blonde-haired girl tugged on Jessica's pink tank top. "I forgot my lunch." "Oh, hurry and get it. You don't want to be late, doll." Smiling, Savannah's green eyes glistened. She was a happy child. "I won't. I'll be as quick as lightning." Savannah ran inside, and before she grabbed her purple lunch pail, a note on a white piece of paper sat by it. "Dear Savannah, we know your 7th birthday is tomorrow, so we have an early party for you. Love, the characters of Sesame Street." Lighting up, Savannah squealed happily, clutching the note in her little hands. Jumping up and down, she quickly slipped the note in her lunch pail and hurried out the door. Later that day, when Savannah ran up to her room to complete her homework, she noticed a rainbow note this time sitting upon her dresser. Excited, she opened it and read, "Dearest Savannah, the party is set up. Stay awake tonight at exactly 12 a.m. Head out behind your home. We will leave you there." The characters of Sesame Street. Through homework, dinner, and bed, Savannah couldn't stop thinking about finally meeting her favorite TV show characters. Laying in bed, she stared at her clock, waiting for the 11:59 p.m. to strike 12. Once it hit midnight, Savannah got up, quietly rushing downstairs and outside her backyard. "Hello, Elmo? Big Bird?" A chuckle was heard from the darkness. "Come here, child." She rushed over, having Harry grab her, duct taping her mouth shut. "To our home, Robin?" Robin nodded solemnly. "Yes." They dragged the child into the woods to their remade home like the old DHMIS set. As they tied Savannah to the kitchen chair, they began to slowly sing "Let's Get Creative" as they carved out her heart carefully, dumping sprinkles and glitter all over it at her organs as they sliced her open. They then brought over a tub of frosting and dumped it inside of her, beginning to gorge themselves with frosting, sprinkles, and a young child's intestines. To this day, no one quite knows what happened to Savannah. They had found her body in a bush near her home, and some say it was a brutal murder, or it was a homicide by Jessica. But even though Jessica pleaded innocent, they sentenced her to life in prison. Then after that, they sentenced her to death.